Good morning, Market Chameleons, and everyone joining us for the first time. Thanks for coming by and checking out the Market Chameleon pre-market show. Before we get started, let's take a look at the share disclaimer. Be aware that neither Market Chameleon, Dimitri, or myself are registered investment advisors or broker-dealer. If you're searching for investment advice, please reach out to a licensed professional. This show, as all our shows, is for informational purposes only concerning Market Chameleon tools and products. One last look at that disclaimer. And let's welcome Dimitri Pargamonic to the stage to discuss SPX pre-market options trading. How you doing, D?
Good. How are you, Will?
Good.
I'm going to share my screen, and I think I hear some background noise, Will. Thanks. Good morning, everyone. Today we'll take a look at the options trading activity in SPX, because SPX has options trades that are outside of regular trading hours. So what this gives us is an opportunity to see what traders are doing in pre-market trading prior to regular trading hours, when all the other securities start trading options. Even SPY doesn't have pre-market options trading, does have pre-market stock trading, but SPX and I believe VIX and some of the indexes allow options trades outside of those hours, which gives us an opportunity to see what's going on. So let's type in SPX into our search box, and this will bring us to the SPX main page. And here you see we defaulted to the options chain. And if we slide down here, you can see that this options chain says as of 8:45 a.m. Regular trading hours are after 9:30. So these are pre-market trades, pre-market options chains. And we could see here that there's a decent amount of volume. These are the different expirations available to trade. And here we see already in June 26th, there's 46,000 contracts traded. June 27th expiration, 6,252. June 30th, 2,796. So quite a bit of trading going on, all the way out, even to the leaps. And now that gives us an opportunity to go and see, well, what are people doing in the pre-market trading? What are they, where the volume is concentrated, how it's impacting implied volatility, and so forth. So I'm going to go to a summary page here that we have available on the left-hand side. And here we see single leg dashboard. I'm going to click on that. And this brings us to a page that analyzes just the single leg options trades. And that filters out multi-leg trades, contingent trades, and only looks at those options trades that were designated, either buy or sell a call or put, and not attached to another leg. Let's just click on this menu to minimize it, expand our screen. And here, quickly just going through some of these different boxes that show analytics. Here we have the volume analytics, 42,336 contracts in the single leg trades. This is the calls versus the puts. So we see the difference in the call volume versus put volume. 43% calls, 57% of the volume were in the puts. These are interpretations of incoming buys and sell orders. Here we have the top 5 most active options that are traded in the single leg. So we could see all top 5 are in the June 26 expiration, expiring today, with the top one, June 25, 6,100 put, traded 1,482 contracts for a VWAP price of 741. And you can see then the next 4 top most active options. We have some stats here of aggregating them by their delta volume, gamma volume, vega, theta, the volume by condition. And I'm going to just come down here really quickly and look at some of these notable trades. And the difference between the notable trades versus the most active options is these are cumulative trades involving small trades, large trades, all the trades. Here, these are just looking at some notable trades themselves, which are looking at for the largest trades in the pre-market hours. So here's one where we saw 718 contracts trade on the July 11th, 6,400 call, which for VWAP price of $1.20, and we interpreted that as an incoming buy order. And next one down is June 26th, 6,145 call, 344 of those traded for $1.65 VWAP price. We interpret that as a incoming sell order. And that gives us a visual or a quick idea of what's going on. We see the top most active options trading and some of the bigger trades. If anything unusual or something that we spot may catch our eye, we'll hopefully be able to spot it here. This lets us see the volume by delta, and this is good. We could see the distribution of the traded volume based on where traders are kind of targeting the strikes. So here at the money strikes, you could see 18% of all the volume were at the money calls versus 22% were at the money puts. The wings also traded some significant amount, 13% were in the call wings. So these are further away from the at the money, with around the 25 delta, with 13% calls, 19% of those were in the puts. So more puts trading. Obviously, we saw that here, more puts trading than calls. If we look at the tails, just to see if there's a lot of unusual volume there, but that's the next one down. And the tails are looking at options that are further away from the at the money, which have a smaller delta, meaning that the options themselves aren't expected to move that much for like a dollar move in the index or a small move in the index. It needs a bigger move for those options to start becoming sensitive. So those are looking at like further out options. 11% of those were in the calls and 16% were in the puts, and not that much in the deep in the money options, 1% in the calls, and so forth. So the deep in the monies would be something that are options that are correlate highly with the stock price movement. So they're already in, very deep in the money. The distribution of the trader type is another thing we might want to see who's participating. Are these trades coming in look like a lot of just small trades here and there that are accumulating, or are large traders participating where we see like big blocks or big trades? And here the distribution is telling us that 29% of the trades that we tagged were retail. 49% look like the smaller retail trades, maybe like one lot, two lot here with not large notional. Large traders represented 9% of the volume. So these would be more very big institutional size trades with, a trade with hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of notional volume. And then we had Pro 13%, which would be the larger trades, but not quite the largest institutional size trades. So most of it right now looks like it's coming from the retail side. The volume is coming from the retail side. We still see some participation from large and pro, but they represent the bigger portion of the volume. 49% small retail, 29% of the retail. So I'm going to probably just stop right there, Will, because I gave a quick overview of this pre-market trading activity in SPX. We kind of covered a lot, but this is a way to quickly come to a page where you could get a snapshot or visual of, all right, what's going on here? Is there anything unusual or anything interesting for me to take a look at? For example, the top five by most volume, or some of the bigger trades that occurred in pre-market.
Super interesting, D. That's a great new feature. Rob is asking, where does the SPX and VIX information come from? Is it the CBOE?
Yeah, so right. So the SPX itself is that index. It trades on those options trade just on the CBOE. So these aren't multi-listed. So SPX options trade only on the CBOE. So you see here 100% CBOE. VIX, same thing. VIX is, if you type in the VIX, we'll come over here. So you can see VIX didn't have that many contracts traded in the pre-market, but that's also all CBOE. So those options trades are coming from the CBOE options exchange.
Very, very interesting, D. Great stuff. It's a great new feature. Chameleons love it. Everyone, thanks for joining. Great job as always, D. We will see you tomorrow, buddy.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Stay safe out there. We hope to see you tomorrow.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow, D. Bye-bye. Everyone, thanks for joining today. Remember to follow us on all the social platforms. If you're watching on YouTube right now, thumbs up are always appreciated. And make sure you follow us. Everyone have a great day. Stay safe out there and trade in peace. Bye.